In this video, we're gonna take a deeper look at Uncle Aaron from the Spider-Verse movies. We'll go over his backstory, how he ended up becoming the Prowler, and everything that shaped his character. To understand who Aaron is, we have to start with his past. When he and his brother Jefferson were younger, they were actually really close. They spent a lot of time together, but they weren't always making the best choices. They used to do graffiti and get involved in things that weren't exactly legal.
You know, I didn't always know what I wanted to do in life. I was pulled in a lot of different directions when I was young. You know, me and my brother came up in this neighborhood, just a couple of knuckleheads running the streets.
Eventually, the two brothers took very different paths. Jefferson decided he wanted to turn his life around and become a police officer, while Aaron kept going down a more dangerous road and stayed involved in crime. Because of this, the relationship between them slowly fell apart, and they grew distant from each other.
You know, me and your dad used to do this back in the day.
Stop lying.
It's true. Then he took on the cop thing, and I don't know. He's a good guy, just, you know what I'm saying.
Things changed when Jefferson had his son Miles. Even though Jefferson and Aaron weren't getting along, Miles felt drawn to his uncle. He loved hanging out with Aaron, and in many ways, Aaron became like a second father to him. Jefferson didn't like this at all. He worried that Aaron would be a bad influence because of his criminal lifestyle, but for Miles, Aaron was someone he admired and trusted.
I'm only here because I won that stupid lottery.
No way. You passed the entry test just like everybody else, okay? You have an opportunity here. You want to blow that, huh? You want to end up like your uncle?
What's wrong with Uncle Aaron? He's a good guy.
One important thing to point out is Miles's passion for graffiti. That didn't come from his dad. Jefferson is a police officer, so he wasn't about to teach Miles something illegal. Instead, it was Uncle Aaron who opened that world for him. Aaron encouraged his creativity, taught him about graffiti, and helped him express himself in a way his father never did. Miles's artistic talent and confidence are largely shaped by the time he spent with Aaron. All of this makes Uncle Aaron a really interesting and complicated character. He's not a simple villain. He's someone with a tough past, bad choices, and a lot of love for his nephew, even if that love led to trouble. When it comes to how he actually became the Prowler, the movies don't give us a detailed explanation. They never spell it out directly, but we can put the pieces together to get a pretty good idea. What we do know is that Aaron eventually started working for Wilson Fisk, also known as Kingpin, who is basically the most powerful crime boss in the city. Being involved in that kind of criminal world clearly paid very well. Something else we can guess is that Aaron must have trained extremely hard. The Prowler isn't just some guy in a fancy suit. We see him hold his own in a fight against Spider-Man, which is already a huge deal. That kind of ability doesn't come out of nowhere. In his apartment, there's a punching bag, and he even has a shirt from the Brooklyn Muay Thai Club, hinting that he trained in martial arts. All of this suggests that Aaron spent years improving his combat skills and staying in top shape so he could do the dirty work Kingpin needed. On top of his fighting skills, the Prowler suit itself is extremely advanced. The technology built into it, like the claws, boosters, sensors, and enhanced strength, makes him even more dangerous. Someone like Kingpin would only give gear like that to someone he trusted or someone who proved they were worth the investment. Now, what makes Aaron's story so tragic is the contrast between him and his brother. Jefferson chose to follow the law and become a police officer, dedicating his life to helping people. Aaron, on the other hand, kept going deeper into crime, even though deep down he wasn't a bad person. He just made choices that eventually trapped him in a life he couldn't escape from. The saddest part of all this is the relationship between him and Miles. Miles absolutely loved his uncle.
So walk up to her and be like, hey.
No. Like, hey.
Hey.
No. Hey.
Hey.
He looked up to him, trusted him, and felt more understood by Aaron than by almost anyone else. So when he found out that the Prowler was his uncle, it completely broke his heart. And when Aaron realized that the person behind the mask, the one he was about to kill, was his own nephew, it shattered him too.
Nowhere left to run. Miles? Oh, no.
In that moment, he He understood how far he had fallen, and how his choices had put the person he loved most in danger. His death wasn't just tragic, it was filled with regret.
I'm sorry. I wanted you to look up to me. I let you down, man. I let you down.
He died knowing he had disappointed Miles, even though he loved him more than anything. Uncle Aaron's story is a perfect example of a good person who made the wrong choices. He cared deeply about his family, especially Miles, but the path he chose eventually destroyed him. Still, his impact on Miles, both good and bad, helped shape the hero he becomes.